Welcome to the Nurses Break Room. It's not a place we get to visit very often in real life, but you're always welcome to come and recharge here. And while you're at it, head to selfcareisn'tselfish.com and grab your free copy of my book, Self-Care Isn't Selfish, The Compassionate Nurse's Step-by-Step Guide to Personalized Stress Relief. It's packed with simple, effective strategies to help you prioritize your needs without guilt so you can feel energized, focused, and ready to take on the day. Grab yours at selfcareisn'tselfish.com.
Hello and welcome back to another episode of the Nurses Break Room with Jenny Lytle RN. Today we are going to focus on a simple tool that is really effective when you're feeling like, maybe something's got to give and I'm not really sure what it is. Sometimes it can be nice to get that out on paper to really just take a look at what it is that's going on in your head. And so this is called the 4 Helpful Lists. It's something that I heard of first from Christy Wright years ago, and I use it pretty regularly now because it is simple and it is so helpful. So this is something that's great to use after you've done a project or maybe had an event or something like that. But it's also good just to take stock of your life from time to time. And especially if you feel like, there's a lot going on and maybe I'm not fitting in all the things that I want to fit in. It's a good way to look at what is taking up all of that time and energy. And so I'm doing this now because I'm feeling a little bit of that myself. And so as I was pulling this out and getting ready to do it, I thought, it's a great time to share with you as well. So it's 4 questions. And the first one is, what went right? And that's something you're going to amplify. Now, if you're thinking of a particular event, so let's just say you threw a party last week. And so looking back at that, you want to reflect on each of these questions, or maybe it's a project that you're working on for work or at home. But it also can be used just for taking stock of life in general. So, just kind of apply these to your situation. So it's what went right, and then you want to amplify that. The next question is, what went wrong? And how can you fix that? What's confusing? And that's something you want to clarify. And then last, what's missing? And those are the things you want to add. So this is just a super simple way to do this. And you can just take a piece of paper and, make 4 boxes on the paper. Just draw a line down the middle, vertically and horizontally, and then have a box for each of those things. And you can just kind of brain dump and put all the things that are confusing or the things that went well, the things that didn't go well. And then, of course, coming up with what's missing too, so that you can do better next time, so that you can learn from things. And this is so great to do, especially right after you first get done with an event, because then everything's kind of fresh and you see, those things that, I wish maybe I would have done this a little bit differently and that would have worked out better. But it's just something that's so helpful to come back to. And we're going to be getting into the holidays here soon. And it's something that's very helpful for things like that too. When you're getting together and you're hosting different things or you're going different places, having a way to kind of track the things that work well and maybe didn't work so well, the things that you really enjoyed and everybody else enjoyed, and the things that maybe not so much. But this is just something that I wanted to share because it is so simple, but so helpful. And it's a great way to see where maybe we're giving energy to things that really aren't benefiting us very much. So I'd love to know what you think about it. Until next time, remember, self-care isn't selfish. It's essential if we want to continue to care for others and live our best lives. Have a wonderful week.
Disclaimer. Although I am a registered nurse, the medical and health information contained in this podcast is provided for general information and educational purposes only and is not a substitute for professional advice. Therefore, before taking any actions based upon such information, I encourage you to consult with appropriate professionals. I do not provide any specific medical or health advice, and the use of or reliance on any information contained in this podcast is solely at your own risk.